Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Wednesday, on this hump day. I trust it's a good one for you out there in the Altcoin Buzz army. Today we're talking about the wild volatility that we're seeing in Bitcoin from $13,200 to $9,684 within 7 days. This on cryptopolitan.com. Tim Draper has also weighed in on the India ban, and on cointelegraph.com we'll cover his reaction. He's called it pathetic and corrupt. On altcoinbuzz.io, the crypto space now has a stepfather. We're talking about Christopher Giancarlo, who is the CFTC former chairman. And finally, by way of Bloomberg, anybody can now bet on Bitcoin $100,000 with new call options. We'll let you know what that is all about. Let's first, however, brace yourself. Let's take a snapshot look at the market here, and we'll see that we're sitting at under what we were at last time in the previous video. We're at 255 billion total market cap. That is down 12%, unfortunately, and Bitcoin hovering at about just under $9,400, down 12.8% in the last 24 hours. It continues to be a rough and bloody sea out there. It's a Red Sea, but on the upside, things at least seem to be stabilizing. Let's now go to cryptopolitan.com and take a look at this wild price volatility that we've been seeing over the course of the last week. They ask, what is driving the Bitcoin market? So this very recent and very significant decline of 26% is speculated to have resulted due to the sellers monopolizing the market and driving Bitcoin even further below support level figures at $11,000 and then $10,700. Alex Kruger, a popular economist, has speculated that the attention from politicians is what has been primarily driving Bitcoin's price. According to him, the concerns raised by President Trump and his Treasury Secretary over Bitcoin's alleged involvement in funding terrorist activities and the highly uncertain nature of its market may have addressed the elephant in the room. But then on the flip side, you have people that are saying that that may have been a positive in the end. Travis Kling, for example, the founder of Ikigai Asset Management, adds that given the amount of attention the currency is drawing, its mainstream acceptance is already established. In the press release, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin had confirmed that the country's financial watchdogs, such as FinCEN and SEC, will be watching cryptocurrency trading and activities like a hawk. By no means will it be treated differently than any other form of physical and digital transactions, claimed the secretary. And as we've been covering, of course, multiple tweets from Barry Silbert of Digital Currency Group suggest that Secretary Mnuchin actually chose to address Bitcoin officially from the White House, which carried its own gravity. Little did he know that it would, in fact, validate the currency and escalate the optimism around it. There are some other factors that you may want to consider as well, including news around Bakkt, including news about the halving and Bitcoin's future reward rate, as well as news about Facebook's Libra, of course. But in a nutshell, that's what we're dealing with. You're probably more or less up to speed with that already. But what can we say? It remains a crazy volatile space in which you can really take nothing for granted. Switching gears now to cointelegraph.com, we have this piece, pathetic and corrupt. That's what Tim Draper says about Bitcoin's ban in India. So in a strongly worded message, to say the least, Draper, who recently took Bitcoin advocacy to Argentina's government, called Delhi, quote, pathetic and corrupt. Quote, people behaving badly. India's government banned Bitcoin, a currency providing great hope for prosperity in a country that desperately needs it. Shame on India leadership, he wrote. The billionaire investor is well known for his support of freedom of Bitcoin use, having revealed a distaste for state involvement via overly strict regulation on multiple occasions. Now, we've discussed the India ban many times. We disagree with the direction that the government is taking, of course. Ultimately, does it really have a real world impact, practically speaking? In my opinion, no. Of course, they're going to catch some people. They're going to round up some Bitcoin users, miners, you name it. They're going to be crypto intolerant after all, but it's not going to make a difference at the end of the day. I think perhaps Tim Draper is overreacting a little bit. I mean, I like the fact that he's coming to the defense of Bitcoin and libertarianism in general, but at the end of the day, the Indian government is powerless to prevent anybody from using this technology. If people deem Bitcoin has value, if they collectively agree that this is a system that they want to use, that they want to transact in, there's very little that the Indian government or any other government for that matter can really do. What can you say? The crypto intolerance will fight us for as long as they can, but the tide will turn. At least that's my opinion. Here on altcoinbuzz.io, the crypto space now has a stepfather. Article here by Christopher Giancarlo, the former CFTC chairman, has stepped down from his post and has been replaced by Dr. Heath Tarbert as the 14th CFTC chairman. So while we don't know all that much about Dr. Heath Tarbert just yet, it is a sad day for the entire cryptocurrency space, writes Chris, as Giancarlo was nicknamed Crypto Dad for his pro-cryptocurrency words and actions. Chairman Tarbert had the following to say, quote, "Chris deserves great credit for his hard work leading the CFTC. Thanks to his efforts, this commission is positioned better to tackle the challenges we face today and into the future." Giancarlo will always be remembered for his explanation of the HODL, H-O-D-L mentality during the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking in February of 2018. You can watch the video of that full testimony here. And if you're not up to speed on everything that Giancarlo has accomplished, you can check out a few of the things that he's done for the cryptocurrency space. We've linked to them here in this article. And finally for today on Bloomberg.com, anyone can now bet on Bitcoin $100,000 with new call options. This article from just yesterday, the 16th of July. The most bullish of Bitcoin backers can now bet on the largest cryptocurrency soaring to $100,000. U.S. regulated derivatives exchange Ledger X unveiled a call option that pays off if Bitcoin surpasses that price by December 2020. I imagine John McAfee must be signing up for this. Such a move implies a tenfold increase in the digital token from Tuesday's price and would take Bitcoin's market cap toward $2 trillion. It's unclear how much demand there will be for options so far out of the money. The call debuts with Bitcoin in the midst of a 25% rout over 3 weeks after its price more than tripled from the start of the year. Quote, "Often what happens is the first trade is the most important and everybody else watches it." That's a quote by Chief Executive Officer Paul Chu, who discussed it in a phone interview. Quote, "Dozens and dozens of these institutions got back to us saying we'd be interested in trading a contract like this," Chu said. "I understand 100K is a large number, but a lot of us who've been in this space remember Bitcoin at $1, and then it hit $10, $100, $10,000. A $100,000 contract doesn't even make us blink. And as you may remember, when Bitcoin debuted 10 years ago, it had a value of less than 1 cent. Less than 1 cent. It rose to almost $20,000 at the end of 2017 before a spectacular crash wiped out 3/4 of its value. Personally speaking, I'm not really one to play around with call options, but if I'm going to be honest, this one intrigues me because I do think that Bitcoin has the legs, especially once the institutional momentum gets rolling, to hit 100K. In my opinion, it's just a matter of time. Could it be by December 2020? Possibly, about a year and a half away. I think that's certainly a possibility. So not financial advice, but I think I may go ahead and explore this call option a little bit further with Ledger X. If that's something that interests you, let us know in the comments below your thoughts about the issue. But that about rounds it out for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io. Hey, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this hump day. And of course, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.